Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the signing ceremony of the Memorandum of Understanding between Masa University and Institute of Advanced Research, the University for Innovation. On behalf of Masa University, I wish to thank all our online viewers for joining us in our live stream today. And before we begin, let me introduce to you all the honorable guests here in the Senate room and representatives present in our event. So present in the Senate room here in Masa University are Professor Tansri Datuk Dr. Haji Muhammad Hanifa, Executive Chairman and Pro-Chancellor of Masa University, Professor Dr. Ikram Shah, Vice Chancellor of Masa University, Professor Allah Kesava Rao, Senior Director of Academic, Masa University, Professor Veronica, Dean of Faculty of Health Sciences, Masa University, Dr. Anthony Samrat, Manager, Research, Innovation and Enterprise, and myself, Sri Kumar, Director for Research, Innovation and Enterprise at Masa University. Uh, Rest be assured that all of us are at a safe distance of about 3 to 4 feet between each other at the start of this event. So as you all know, MOU is a mutual collaboration that aims to bring success and endeavors that are forged together. Uh, there are many people, businessmen and educationists who have spoken about MOUs. Henry Ford has said that we have to be as a team to achieve success. Now that is a businessman. It's the same MOU or collaboration that is needed in sports. And Michael Jordan, one of the greatest NBA basketballers, has said, as a single man, I can win a match, but as a team, as a collaboration, I can win a tournament. So here we are here to actually win a tournament as a collaboration. And this collaboration aims to bring our success in the endeavors that we forge together. So this MOU between Masa University and the Institute of Advanced Research is basically to mutually enhance our scope and quality of academics and research, and also to consider social relevance and industry demands in the wake of IR 4.0. Now, Institute of Advanced Research is not a new name. Well, actually, it is fairly new because it was started in 2006 and it sprung up in 2011 thanks to the very young Professor Rao. Very similar to what our Masa University has. We started sometime 2003, 2004, and we were at the peak in 2006-11 when we became a university. So both of us have been following each other like close to each other's heels. So we are happy that you were started with the auspices and the support of Prof. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who was the then Prime Minister of India, Sri Narendra Modi, who is then the Chief Minister for the state of Gujarat, and you started commencing with various undergraduate, postgraduate, and master's program, and you've also been non-profitable, a non-profit institution. In many ways, I see both institutions, Masa University and IAR, being very similar to each other in your philosophies. So, before we proceed our formalities, we are actually going to put together a short video for you to showcase our top researchers. We are glad that from your side at India, we have Prof. Rao Hamidirimadi, the president of the Institute of Advanced Research, for this event. Thank you for joining us, Prof. Rao, and over to our video. video. Now, this video is basically, it should give you an idea of how immensely deep we are in research in Masa University. But I assure you that this depth is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say iceberg, I should say ice cream. Iceberg gets colder as you keep digging inside, but ice cream gets sweeter. Especially for those of you in India, I should tell you about Malaysian ice cream. One of the types of ice cream here is the ice kacang. The deeper you dig and eat, the tastier it gets, and different layers have different seeds and fruits and sauces. So that's how we have different layers of researchers. We have researchers in biomed, biotechnology, science, and engineering and health science. So with this, I would like to now invite our Professor Tansri, Dr. Haji Muhammad Hanifa, Executive Chairman and Pro-Chancellor of Masa University, to give us your welcome speech. Thank you, Tansri.
Okay. Hello. First of all, how are you all? Can you all hear me? Good.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Hanifa. Welcome to this MOU signing meeting. We are very honored to be able to sign an MOU with your esteemed institution. Just now, Dr. Sri spoke about yourself and the way you started, and over a short period, how you have grown up so fast. This shows mostly points the finger at you who leads the organization. Because without a good driver, you can't drive the car well. The roads can be good, but a driver is also equally important. So similarly, we are very honored to be associated with you and get involved in researches with you, where both parties can benefit. And our research should help the mankind. It's not for the sake of making money or whatever it is. It should be something that we work to make this world a better place to live. For example, the COVID pandemic has been torturing all of us throughout the world. It's one disease that doesn't care about where you are, who you are, what you are, but it thinks that everybody is the same. At the same time, it has also made us realize that we, mankind, thought we are mightier than everybody else. But you say, no, I'm here, unseen organism. Let me challenge you. See what you can do. Even though we have come with vaccine, it seems to be almost back to zero, because now there are so many variants, and every day there are some variants are coming. I also lost count of what are the variants. The latest I heard was Delta. Now they say this, some other variants have come, and that more than anything else, the fear is going around, and WhatsApp and Facebook are adding up to the fear. So we have to find a solution to this. I think what a better way to do that than to come across, put the best brains across the world to find a solution for this. Hopefully, your esteemed organization and our institution can work together to find something. Of course, when you find something, it is also brings a lot of wealth along with it. But that is secondary. But what is important is we find something that can help make this place a better place for all of us to live. With that, I would like to welcome you, Professor Rao, for this MOU signing ceremony, and I will pass the mic back to you for you to say a few words. Thank you very much.
Right. Good afternoon, everyone.
Maybe request Professor Rao Bhamidi Mari, President of Institute of Advanced Research, to enlighten us with a few words.
Right. Can you all hear me now?
Yes.
Right. So thank you very much indeed for this opportunity to interact with you again. I did visit Masa some 5 years ago. My memory is not as fresh, but I think it was about 5 years ago. I did spend over an hour, in fact, with Dr. Hanifa. We had an interesting conversation, not just about education. I think we digressed into all kinds of things. Just to perhaps clarify, my association with the Institute of Advanced Research is only 3 years. It was started by the president at that time, Dr. Abdul Kalam, and of course Narendra Modi was the chief minister of the state, and an industrialist by name Nathu Ram Puri, who moved to UK some in 1964-65, and became very successful, established a multinational manufacturing company. So he decided to invest really through his charity to set up an international quality research institution. And it was established as Indian Institute of Advanced Research, focusing primarily on biotechnology research. So it remained a biotechnology research institute until 2014, although in 2011 it was officially made a university. It started operating as a university in 2014. We are still a very small university because our focus is really research. It continues to be research. We only have about 800 students. This year it's growing to about 1,000. So in terms of history, we may have some parallels between MASA and IAR, but in terms of scale, we are very small. Majority of our students are postgraduate students, masters and PhD. So our focus really is postgraduate studies and research. The faculty we collected, I went around the world and picked Indians who have been working overseas. A lot of them got their PhDs abroad and continuing as postdocs for 10 years, 15 years. We enticed them to come back to help us build this institution. So over the last 3 years, we have grown from about 57 students to about 1,000 today. So we are growing. But what is important, of course, is our mission and vision do not get distorted. At the end of the day, it was actually dreamed up by our the then president, Dr. Abdul Kalam, who is respected and loved by every Indian, and for good reasons, of course. He was our scientific leader. We lost him, of course, unfortunately. Our dream really is to keep that relatively small. Of course, we will grow. We have to grow because there is a critical mass that is required. But we want to be world class in what we do. Our research quality certainly has proven to be good, international quality. Faculty are good quality. The challenge of actually reinserting them, establishing them in Indian context. I myself went back to India after some 41 years abroad. So a lot of learning for everybody. Learning never stops. Working in Indian context is a challenging situation because it's very different. But that's the reality. No point in complaining. Complaining will not achieve anything. So we need to find ways of accomplishing things, keeping in mind what we are there for. There are a couple of things I want to share with you, what drives us. Today, in this age of technology, Dr. Sri Kumar referred to IR4. Um, the fundamental principle is if anything can be digitized, um, it can be scaled and it loses its value. So, what is it that we actually equip our students? We are here to educate the students for the rest 50 years of their life, not 3 years to graduate or 4 years to graduate. Um, so, what is it that makes them successful in their entire career? That's what is the driving force behind what we do. So, innovation, design, research basically are critical because they cannot be readily digitized, at least at this stage. Even artificial intelligence is driven by data. Data, by definition, is past tense. So, if we can actually help our young people, both Malaysia and India are roughly similar proportions, if not in scale, in terms of demographics. Nearly 45% of our population are below 24. So it's they who actually will make our society, country, economy, society, and environment, of course. So it's our job, really. It's our responsibility to help them, prepare them to meet the future challenges. So that's what basically our driver is, but keeping in mind the quality that must underpin everything we do. So I'm delighted that Dr. Hanifa has agreed to associate MASA with IAR. There are many things we can do. We are a medical science research institution primarily, but not clinical, whereas you have very strong clinical background. So if we actually work together, I think we can do some very interesting things, hopefully constructive and useful for our communities. So I'm delighted to be part of this event today, and I must thank Dr. Hanifa for agreeing and supporting the initiative of partnership. This is only an expression of intent. The task remains that we actually identify specific activities and develop tangible, deliverable activities into the future. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much, Professor Rao. Thank you for the enlightening speech.
Prof. Rao,
Yeah.
maybe I couldn't
Yes,
recognize you. I think you have lost some of your hairs. And my hairs become more blacker. It used to be a bit white and black. Now it is all black. Maybe that's why we can't recognize each other. We are sorry. Just
That's okay. No, yeah, it was quite such a long time ago.
yeah,
Dr. Allah was there briefly at that time before he returned to you.
yeah.
And I had some links with him at that stage, and he invited me to visit
Yeah, I
Masa.
think so. Now I remember we met in the PJ campus.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Thank you again, Professor Rao.
Good to see you again.
Very delightful to see
Mute
you.
my mic. Thank you, Prof. Rao. And a quick recap on the wonderful words you said. You said that you're small, not that big, but then moving from 57 students to 1,000 students in 3 years has been a geometric progression. So that speaks the success of your institute. And adding the other fact that you joined them just 4 years ago, after 41 years in the UK, is akin to Tan Sri Lingotong from Genting, who started Star Cruise at the age of 77, at a point when people would have decided that I want to retire, I want to think of spirituality. But he started it and it was success. So I guess there's no age to anything. It is in the mind that matters. And thank you so much. So with this, we would actually now move on to our signing ceremony and followed by a photography session.
Are you ready, Prabhu?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you.
Okay. We start signing, okay? It is signed. So now we exchange. We pretend to exchange.
We will do that.
Sit down. Okay. Now we pretend to exchange. And you pass it to me this way. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
I will mail the signed copy from my side to you.
Sure. We'll do the same.
Dr.
Now we take a
Hanifa,
group
I think
photo,
you should
which is probably a
visit our
snapshot.
campus. Unlike your campus, which is beautifully built, large, very modern, we have a small campus, but in a beautiful location. It is on the banks of a river called Sabarmati
Okay.
in the city of Gandhinagar. So we would be delighted to have you as soon as the pandemic subsides and allows movement of people again.
Sure. We'll try and come. You're all urging to leave this country for a holiday. Doesn't matter where we go.
Thank you.
Thank you. Shall we? Then we'll take a group photo. Come.
Thank you, Tansri. Thank you, Dr. Rao. We take a group photo.
Okay. Come with that.
Thank you all for the group photo, and thank you once again for signing on both sides. And we would be sending the MOU on either side for the other signature. So before we come to an end, I wouldn't say it is time for me to state the vote of thanks, because we all need to thank each other. It's probably more of remarks on either side that MASA is really keen to have this collaboration with IAR, and especially because we see that your areas of research are in terms of plasma, biotechnology, secrets of cancers, and nanotechnology, and so on. And we have our biotechnology team, engineering, business, and management team all ready to do their best to see how best this collaboration works. And I'm sure it's the same on your side as well. Now, collaborations are not new to all of us. In fact, collaborations are inbuilt into our DNA. The first collaboration started 4 million years ago when man, Homo sapiens, collaborated together as groups to hunt animals. And later, 2 million years ago, stones collaborated, and two stones came together and sparks of fire came, and that's how fire came and technology and civilization came. So I hope our university and your university are two stones that can hit together and bring out not just fire, but bolts of lightning, which is going to spearhead research mutually in both ways, bring in collaborations, bring in research grants, help our citation index there and here, and also mutually help in building our university rankings. So thank you, Tansri, and thank you, Prof. Ra, and thank you, Prof. Allah, Dato Vice Chancellor, Prof. Veronica, and Dr. Anthony, and everybody present here, and Prof. Ra, and everybody who's watching this today. Thank you for your presence, and thank you for your continued support and your efforts. If you think you can help out with this collaboration, we want you to help out with our research, and you can contribute by bringing research papers with us. So do continue to follow us on social media for our latest updates, upcoming events, activities as we sign off from this live broadcast, and do stay safe. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well done.